Ocean City Yu-Gi-Oh!
What's up, guys? We're here at the Burger King. Lovely Burger King, yes. Just came back from a tournament at Portals where Hunter here is going undefeated with his Kaijus.
Absolutely. Tonight I'm piloting Kaiju with Kyoutou Waterfront. This is a lot different from my Dark Kaiju deck profile. It really abuses the Kyoutou Waterfront. So first off the bat, my baby, Gamma Seal. This is your Omni Negate. So it's literally best card in the game once you get Waterfront going.
Don't have a Waterfront and don't give it to your opponent.
Yeah, Waterfront, once it gets going, it's hard to stop. Now this is Gadara. This one's mainly in there for another Kaiju name and to be a level 8. It does have an effect where I can half my opponent's monsters attack, but it doesn't come up too often. Triple Alpha. Alpha lets me bounce back the Kaijus and also go for some rank 8 plays. And I can special summon it when my opponent controls monster with higher attack than I do. So it makes it into some good going second plays. 3 Luna. So Fairy Tail Luna, similar to Alpha, how it lets me bounce back the Kaijus. It's really good for controlling the game state. And make it so I can repeatedly Kaiju over and over again. 3 Doggeran. This was another level 8. I mainly give this one to my opponent because they can only activate the effects on their turn. So it makes it so they can't use my counters.
So the fun thing is, if they happen to have any Kaijus in their deck and you give it to them and try to Luna it, they can actually stop the Luna, can't they?
Yes, there is a way.
There are a few catches with some of these.
So here I got Triple Fenrir. Fenrir's a super broken card. It's you can pretty much splash it in anything. It adds itself. You can banish cards. It's super good. And if it does happen to get destroyed, it's another counter for Waterfront. And then 1 Thunder King. It has an effect where it can attack 3 times on monsters. It doesn't come up too much, but it can cook people. And it's a level 9, which is important for the extra deck, which I'll talk about later. Jacob will love that story later. About the
I still can't believe you two got matched.
Yeah, first round, Jacob and I again match up against each other. But going into the spell cards, triple trade-in.
Did you get one of those from me?
I believe so, yeah.
I think the secret you got from me. Look at you using them.
Absolutely. So this, it lets me cycle through my Kaijus. I can add Kaijus back with Waterfront from the deck or Slumber. So cycling through cards, adding cards to Waterfront is good. Speaking of Waterfront, triple Waterfront. So
that's a scary card when it gets going.
Absolutely. So this is what makes this deck totally different from the Dark Kaiju deck profile. It makes it so I'm going for more of a control-based deck rather than a super OTK. Make it so my opponent can't do anything with their graveyard with Shifter. Double interrupted Kaiju.
Let me just
Slumber.
stop you right there. No, I'm sorry. I was interrupting you.
But I thought about having this card at 3. Although this deck does do a lot of drawing, so it can be bricky sometimes. 2 felt like the right spot for it. And then here are the one-ofs. There's a ton of one-ofs.
There's a lot. There's a lot.
I'm gonna just fan it out.
No, make a grid. Make a grid. Let them see what you got. Come on.
Yeah.
Start down there.
We got Ready Fusion. What? Yeah, I'll just drop them down one by one. Ready Fusion, Call by the Grave, Triple Tactics, Thrust. Now here, I'll show you all the thrust targets. We've got tons of thrust targets here. So
that's why there's a lot of one-ofs.
Terraforming.
Terrafusion.
Triple Tactics Talent, Monster Reborn, Change of Heart, Harpy's Feather Duster, Herald of the Abyss. Now this one is a really spicy one.
Time tiering is fun.
Time tiering.
There's so many of those.
Ridiculous. It has great synergy with Luna because Luna bounces itself back to the hand unless you add another one. So I can always have the 2 normal summons and create a control game style where I'm drawing 2 cards every turn. I'm getting a counter on Slumber by sending this, and I'm able
You got
to
some more spicy stuff in that
summon-
stack back there. Hold on.
Let's see. I'm able to summon Luna multiple times because Luna, it's not once per turn. So I can keep on doing this over and over again and keep on adding more Lunas to hand, which is ridiculous, which makes this card insane. So Raigeki,
Classic.
it came up against my final match against Exo-Sister in the final round. Kaiju Files. This one is
That came from me too, didn't it? Is that the one that?
this is come from you.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's Kaiju
absolutely.
Files. Yeah, I had some in my bulk.
I drew into this card my second round, and it puts more counters on board, so I have more counters to use for Gamma Seal. So it makes it so not only can I remove the counters from Waterfront, but I can remove them from Kaiju Files as well, which is ridiculous. And then Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion, Ready Fusion, they both let me go into my tuners is the main thing. Now I have, which brings me to my extra deck.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Well, tuner. So
My single tuner.
my single tuner.
Yes.
This is
This one.
this made it so I was able to go into Psychic and Punisher. So with Thunder King and what was it, Avion, that makes it into 11. So I was able to go into Psychic and Punisher with, I think it was less than 1,000 life points left, and a Gamma Seal with 5 negates. with 5
Psychic and
counters.
Punisher at the end with 1,000 life points left is punishing.
Oh yeah. So Jacob's board was empty. I had Psychic Punisher on board. I had the Gamma Seal with Kyoutou Waterfront on board that had 5 counters. So I was able to swing for game there, and he couldn't do anything about it. And if he wanted to do something, it would get negated by Gamma Seal. And then the rest of the deck does come into play a little bit, not very often though.
There it is, that's it.
Fleur.
There's the 3 he used.
These were the only 3 I used. This
None of the others matter.
whole tournament.
None of the others matter. There they are, right there. All 3 of them.
These were the only 3 cards from the extra deck I used the whole tournament. The rest of this is basically useless. I could just throw it to the side right now. It won't really make a difference for that tournament. But I use this against Jacob to make it so I can get some more counters for my Kyoutou Waterfront, and also have another Omni Negate on board. And then from here, I'll
Splash 'em
show
down.
these real quick.
She's my Abyss Dweller, you know, some Anima. Anima's fun.
Anima does come into play.
Is that Relinquished?
some.
Is that what I see right there?
Relinquished, yep.
Thousand Eye?
That's the Instant Fusion
It's
target.
Restrict.
Thousand Eyes Restrict. Yep,
Yeah, not Relinquished. Relinquished is the ritual. What you got over there? What's that?
There's
Oh, Cossack.
Now I can use this if I have 2 Lunas to bounce back a Kaiju. It didn't come up, but it's a possible play. And then these are my rank 8 stuff, so...
Neo
got the
Galaxy Eyes
Neo
Prime
Galaxy
Photon
Eyes
Cannon.
Prime,
Dragon.
Zeus,
Not a cannon.
100, 62, 97. These
I'm sorry,
combo
are you
with each
speaking
other.
code? 100, 92, 67, 76.
But I use them
Bingo.
this time. They're used more during the OTK version, or the Dark Kaiju deck profile. But this is really more control based.
Get into that side deck. I see it over there.
So, last but not least, the side deck.
I can
It
already
did- it
see
did
something
come
I
in-
hate.
It did come in handy.
I already see something I hate.
So right off the bat,
There it is.
Tick Boo.
Hate it.
Tick Boo.
Evil.
Pretty much everything in this deck are different types, so it's an easy no-brainer for this deck. If your opponent makes you go first, that's pretty much what this whole side deck is. If your opponent makes you go first, this is what you're siding in, the whole side deck.
What do you side out?
The Kaiju stuff.
You side... So what? Do you run spells and traps and that's it?
Spells, traps, Alpha, Luna, and I think 2 Kaijus.
I was about to say, you can't just
For
side
trade-
out the
for
Kaijus
trading
in the
cards,
Kaiju
yeah.
deck. He said, I'm going to side out all the monsters.
Exactly, yeah. Anything Kaiju related. And then 3 Infinite Impermanents. It's a really solid trap card. It can
I'm about to
catch
say, by nowadays,
opponent.
everybody knows what Infinite Impermanent does.
Yeah, it can catch your opponent off guard sometimes.
I
Make
am
it so,
always ready for it. I don't know what you're talking about.
If they try to activate something in the same zone, catch them off guard.
That's the catch off guard one right there.
Now, Summon Limit, this card I was unsure on the fence about this card, but it helped in my Exo-Sister match.
Now here's a question. With summon limit, when you summon a kaiju to their side, does it count for your summon?
It does. It
does count for your summon.
It does play a little bit against me in that regard, but most of the time when I'm going first, I'm trying to get all the kaijus out, so I'm not really summoning the kaijus. Mostly it's for the trade-in fodder. And then here, triple skill drain. This card essentially makes it so I try to go for...
You can't see me shaking my head at him, but I'm shaking my head at him.
Yeah, skill drain, it makes it so I'm essentially going for these big beaters here. So, you got the Gizmech and Missile Druid Swarm.
Orochi. What is it? What does it say? Serpentron Sky Slasher.
It's a long name. But
it's goats.
I can activate
GOTSSS.
Yeah.
Gots.
But these are really good going first. It lets me like create a wall, and I can do it during my opponent's turn too because it is a quick effect from either the hand or graveyard. So it's really good for creating a wall going first and doing well under summon limit because I can do it under my opponent's turn as well. And then Druid Swarm, same thing. I can do it under my opponent's turn or my turn. So creating a wall is very helpful with this deck going first. Trying to make it so I can get my opponent in an awkward position. But that is the Kaiju deck profile. It's a lot different from the Dark Kaiju deck.
Brought to you here by Burger King. No.
Yeah.
We just
give myself a crown.
There he goes. King of the ghosts. King of the kaiju.
Absolutely. But that is...
He was the crooked crown.
Crooked crown. But that is the deck profile, guys. Yeah, thank you for watching. Shout out to Robert and Jacob for coming with me in the Bang Bus.
I for some reason I set up a shop in the middle of that tournament and there was 42 people in my box.
The band we came in is rough, but
it's definitely rough.
We made it out with
They kidnapped
no time
me.
to spare.
They kidnapped me, put me in the back of the van, took me to a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament. Not the usual end up when you get kidnapped, but
abducted Robert 100%.
But we'll catch us next time. We'll have some more tournament videos, some more deck lists, and we'll catch you next time.
Absolutely, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace out, guys.
Yeah. I really gotta give it to my day ones. Do it for my friendos, my grind. I'm feeling a crescendo. Why not? Give it everything I got. My whole team saying this my shot. Yeah, we got a bond, call it 007. My bar Slurpee in the summer, call it 7-Eleven. I used to hesitate with my cross, had him slipping in heaven. The Reverend had to stop by just to check for possession. I don't need a reason, I just do it cause I'm blessed with it. Know your boy's dripping, got the sauce, yeah, I'm dressed in it. Even though there's talent on the team, I'm the best with it. Pressed with it, sticking out my chest with it, yeah. Whoa, that's crazy. Your friend's ghost, call them all Pat Swayze. Whoa, mine wavy, squad vibes like Jay-Z. Really?